Hello, wonderful people, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. A sisterly act. Sounds interesting. Let's see. Oh, Laura, if you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Doesn't sound good. Yeah, Alphinaud crashed, right? Everything is exactly as it was. Yastola is still investigating primals in the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence, and the Imperial provinces, and Alphinaud is still out there somewhere. Yeah, we don't even know yet. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls, and all the while I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Understandable. Begging your pardon, Siberian message from the Eorzean Alliance. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. What's the news, my man? Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of ASEAN interference. They humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamigan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect ASEAN involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your Order's counsel would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us, by which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course. I'd rather not. I mean, probably have to anyways. It's gonna be like, oh, and you have to. I can't go by myself. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course. But I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo, by your leave. Aight. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than doing nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? Oh? Alright, just be careful on the road back. You hear? Did I hear right, Ryle? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamigan quarter. Understood. Laura and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Alrighty. Let's go to Alamigo? Or no? Yeah, let's go to Alamigo. Alright, here we are. Let's see. You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin.
Ah.
But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphinaud should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphinaud's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphinaud?
Spoke with, no. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
Let's go.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphinaud's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Well, well. Although I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphinaud's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan, and Yashola is in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. Well, you see, to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the Council to me. Thank you, Thancred. Right to Doma then. We have much more to share with your Stola. Alrighty, let's go. And here we are. Let's see. That is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well, two faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of ether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now, he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as you described, devoid of elemental energy and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. It would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Mihote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have for me owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an ether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So the fact that they are objects of worship is the key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Yotsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. A form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukuyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be pursued in a report. Has something happened to Alphinaud? I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Ashtola. I should be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Alice puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the King Khan. Let's go. Righty, here we are with Hien. Greetings, my friend. Alice has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphinaud's trail does lead to the burn of all places. Well, we better go look for him, don't we? The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Guardian history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings, saw a blood dry of ether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation the primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphinaud might have gone there? Aye, mischance. Though it lies on the route to Garlemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Lyse. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distances involved, it is best we went by bird. Lura and I have our yawls. You agree? Will you ready falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fears there is an overlook. Pray, join us there once you have seen to your preparations. Let's go! And here we are with the pretty bird. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is Barren Wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 mams in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. Sure. Hey, okay, let me open queue and I will see you guys. Hello everyone, we made it. Ah.
Make ready, friends! We are come to the burn!
Everyone, land where you can! We must wait out the storm!
forgot everything about this one. Oh well. Okay, guess that worked out. Oh, I don't remember this one either. Oh man. Oh, is that a... Oh, okay. Someone is just not rolling for stuff. Oh, that mist dragon. Okay, I really don't remember this. Damn it. Like, he hides like in the mist, right? I don't know. Is that? Oh, that's Great White. Damn it. What? Woo, we made it.
Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I'm quite ready to leave this wasteland. But first things first. Do you see the crashed ship over yonder? Judging by its class, it must be the vessel that bore Master Alphinaud away.
War Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle. There may be clues. We should split up and search the area.
There's no sign of Alphinaud, nor of Maxima and his people.
These were no ordinary soldiers. Over here!
No. Wrong button.
The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard.
Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphinaud is his prisoner?
Don't jump to conclusions.
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions.
Exactly.
Besides, Alphinaud is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphinaud is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
Well, that was a decidedly uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Well, you didn't fight your way through the dungeon, my good sir. Joking aside, I'd say our birds are due a good brush down and cheat or two, wouldn't you? Yeah, am I gonna be a bird keeper now? What the hell? Shadows in the Empire. Ooh. I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after our little outgoing, but it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it would be useful. Thank you. Let us return to my manor then. Alrighty, let's go. Right, here we are in the Hien? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Lyse! What brings you here?
Yay. Already missed her.
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphinaud. Did you manage to pick up his trail? Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphinaud embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Lyse. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I love that he already figured out that she just bullies him 24/7.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphinaud's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family. The Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lyse, you have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Doma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
Yay, a bigger alliance. My advisory and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You're welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Ascians are concerned, naught may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lyse. Even if it was unofficial business, I had hoped there might be time to show you the land you helped to save, but I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say, and soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting then. Lura, I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go, in private. Okay. Go on, my friend. I will send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. If we have to. Great, I'll wait for you at the docks. Let's go. Alrighty, here we are with Lyse. Thanks for coming. Knowing you, you've probably guessed that what I wanted to talk about. I don't know, you probably need another therapy session. Lyse, she's acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. Yeah, so? The Lyse I know is overbearing, willful and reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I have Papa Limo and now I have my friends in the Resistance. And Lyse has you and the Scions. Yeah, then let me deal with it. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't, but she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Yes, I will. Leave it to me, you have nothing to worry about, seriously. Yeah, leave it to me. Don't worry. Thank you, Laura. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you only need to ask. Nope. Bye. Well, I'd be best off. See you in Alawigo. Yeah, bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye. Alrighty. Man, I actually came for this, so she can tell me, oh, I think Lyse is sad. Like, oh my god, I can't. Okay, we made it back to the Hien. Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone has assembled, so let us begin. Let's go.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, you giddy, and correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. 'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Doma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual, but something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, Its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allegans created the floating continent with land taken from the burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Doma's defense.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allegan field generators.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region.
Wait, Rabanastra is Alliance raid, right?
If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Doma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the burn.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allegans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
A curious question. Besides Azizlar, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the two occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
Interesting. Nice, nice. I like to see Hien shining, you know. Good job, Hien. Good job. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. Yeah, thanks again for watching, and bye bye.